Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining me for a Joe Lock style class. And we have a little guest running through. That's Daisy. Let's take right hand in a fist, please, and left hand straight, pulling back that thumb, feet together, hands together, and we salute. Lovely. Let's open our stance. And if you can begin going into the four corners while I check that I've got the right microphone. Yes, I do seem to. Good. Okay. So we're going into our four corners and breathing and just checking how you feel. Nice and relaxed. Just pay attention to any discomfort or any stiffness, or notice, does it feel nice? It may very well depend on the weather, how limber you are first thing in the morning, but doing a little bit of exercise can certainly help. That combined, remember, with some fluid. So have a nice hot drink to start your day. Good. Let's change direction, please. And breathe. Good. All right. So let's change to our second exercise where we're just going into the four corners, but remaining upright in our stance. So you can feel the four corners of your feet. Keep breathing. Good. The only time we pull the curtains really is in class. Change direction, please. So the cats get a bit confused about it. Try to keep your feet planted. Good. All right. Let's take our weight onto one foot and do a little rotation in one direction and the other way. And a shake out. And on the other side. Good. And change. And a shake out. Lovely. Okay, let us jump into our 7 stars in rotations practice. We lengthen up through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back, and we begin with Wuji, calming down, listening behind, pointing the fingers gently down. And let's begin. Good. Rest level with the waist. And we roll forwards and back. So you may notice I'm wearing a thick ring on one of my thumbs. And it's actually for medicinal purposes. It wasn't originally, but it's turned out that way. Back in 2002, when we were in China, we bought quite a lot of carnelian um, rings, various bits and bobs. And I don't know why. Well, I like stones, so, I was happy to do it. And we bought a bunch of carnelian rings. And the other day, I was trying to give myself a bit of a reflexology treatment, rubbing my feet, and I couldn't quite get the purchase. So I picked up one of these carnelian rings and started to use it as a tool to get the pressure points in my feet. And I ended up just wearing it all day. And it fitted my thumb, so I wore it on my thumb. Um, but my left thumb has been very sore for a couple of weeks with arthritis. Let's change direction, please. I had played the cymbals for a lion dance for the Chinese New Year, and it set off arthritis in all of my hands. We were playing for an hour and a half because we did an hour preparation and then half an hour actual performance. My hands were really sore for weeks afterwards. And gradually, with the care and attention I've been giving my hands, they have been improving, but I was left with a very sore thumb. So, yeah, so yesterday I was wearing this carnelian ring and I swapped it over onto my sore thumb, just sort of without thinking. And then as I was driving home, I realized, my thumb isn't sore anymore. That was amazing. So we turn the palms, please draw in, float up and expand and circle. I was really quite shocked. I mean, you hear about crystal healing and various different stones have different properties attributed to them. And with carnelian, it's meant to be very good for any sort of issues with the tissues of the body. Um, so yeah, because you see sort of layered bands within the stone. So there you go. So I wore it, and then last night I thought, well, I'll take it off, and so I took it off to sleep. Let's change direction, and in the morning my thumb was sore again. So I put the ring back on, and the pain went away. So I'll be wearing a thumb ring for a while. Yeah, I'm really impressed. I don't know what it is, whether it's just a little bit of compression or if it's the crystal healing aspect or what, but it's helping, so I'm happy. Good. Okay, so let's come back to center and we take a deep breath. Gather. Relax to center. Checking posture. Sorry about the scratching noises in the background. I think the wee cat has a bladder infection, so she feels that urgency to go, but maybe can't go so easily. I will get some medicinal stuff for her. Okay, so relax to center and repeat. We keep breathing, gather. Check posture. Relax to center. One more time, please. Ready? And breathing down into your belly. Good, let's release and we do our little stomach spleen exercise. Bringing the hands around the outside, very good. Okay, we're going to do a variation of the dragon now. So you could walk up each vertebrae, which is really nice, and I think I prefer that for the thorough nature of it. But if you're short on time or if you just want to tick boxes, then you can do this version. So we turn the palms, and this time we roll the ball over. So it's a bit like the reverse rolling clouds in the phoenix form. Do you see that? So instead of doing each vertebrae, we're going to do lower, middle, and upper spine. So here's the lower level, and then we lift up, and we go to mid-level, and then we lift up, and we go to the top. Very good, and that's the dragon. So we step to the side, and we flip the toes, we flip the hands, we come under the arm, along the arm, turn, and a little half step, and there's your tiger. We come underneath, we stretch and turn and step for phoenix. Fill the back, release and step. Squash it down and expand. And we come over and we step back and we come over and in. So a little bit different from the phoenix that we do both sides as we step back. We turn and push the hands away from the body. Release, lasso the hands, turn and push the hands away. We return to the center. For the turtle, we sit back, stretch the top of the head, tuck the chin, stretch through the curve of the arms. Think of gripping a large ball with the knees. Fill the back. The whole body should engage in a stretch and release. And we move on to the corner for our 5 elements. Ready? And we step and step through. Rock back and lift. Step and step through. Block, step back and pierce. Block, step back and pierce. Half step, choo-choo train, and step. Good. Now, because that is only done on one side to get the benefits, and I'm mirroring, I'm going to flip around and we're going to do that section again so that I get the benefits as well for the liver. Okay, so we're ready. We're going to start with the metal. I'll do it a wee bit more to the side, shall I? So we're doing the same thing, but I'm turning it a wee bit more, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Ready? So we step and step through. Rock and lift. Step and step through. Rock, lift. We can do it again if you have room. Ready? Step and step through. Rock back, hug, lift. Step and step through. And at this stage, we're going to go back. We block, step back and pierce. Block, step back and pierce. Now the choo-choo train. Half step and stretch and step. Half step and stretch. Let's do it a bit more. Step, half step. Liver gets a good workout. Good, we turn. For the heart, we block in front of the heart, press and rise, slide down, step, block, half step, block, half step. Let's turn to the front for the earth element, for stomach and spleen. Good, and come in and step out for number 6, the 6 harmonies. Good, so we swing the arms down as we turn on the heel, step through, arms up and over and open. Back the way you came, up and step back and swing, up, step through and open. Turn and step, cross, and cross, cross, and cross, cross, and cross. Let's step, cross, and cross. Daisy, come out of there. Come on. Back. Good girl. And back. Change. Cross. And 2, 3, and 4. Ready to step, step, and step. And back, and back. Let's come back to the center. Take a deep breath. Prepare for your 7 stars rotations. We lengthen up. Can you see my feet? Sort of. Okay. Lengthen up. Relax down. We scoop. Left hand under. Right hand under. Push the right heel out. And the right hand towards the center. Remember, you could go either way. Doesn't matter. Ready? Off you go. 1, 2, 3, halfway, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, halfway, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn in. Lower hand sweeps up. Right hand now points to elbow. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Finish. Take a breath. Rest level with your waist for a moment as you breathe and relax down into your belly. And we point to the floor. And you can do a heel tap and recover. Good. Don't know about you, I'm out of breath doing that. So if you want to take a wee moment, have a sip of water, catch your breath, relax, and then we will leave the 7 stars and begin our Immortals crossing the sea. So as last week, we're actually taking the sort of pathway to mastery from nothing to expert first. That was the 7 stars in rotations. Now we're going to go straight into the full Tai Chi martial form, the Immortals crossing the sea, and then we're going to finish with the somewhat more gentle Phoenix in graceful clouds of blessing that is really designed for health primarily. So cheers. I'm on honey and lemon this morning. Didn't quite get a chance to put ginger in. Oh well. Okay, are we ready then? So we'll have a look at the Immortals form. So just do what you can comfortably, please. Yeah, I think I'll have to leave the screen at that height. Okay. Ready? We lengthen up. And relax down. Just take a moment to calm, to relax. Point the fingers to the floor. And let's scoop. Left hand underneath. Turn and step. Pluck right, step left, pluck left, turn to the left, open the right, pluck right again. Ready, and right hand under, step, push the hands out. As you step down, keep turning. Right hand up, left hand down, right side down, left side up, right side up, left hand down, and step. So I'm going to do the balance this time. We close left. Good. Very well done. How was that for speed? Okay, great. Okay, so let's do it again. This time, if you like, you can do the kick, the jump kick for Immortals overseeing territory. Or you can do the balance again if you prefer. Yeah, so I'll just give you a second. Is that a cat? It's a dog. Just see a tail going like this in front of the camera. That's lovely. Okay, so what was I going to say there? Totally distracted, have no clue. That's fine. Yeah, let's go again. Oh yeah, oh I remember. I was going to talk about the stone therapy. It is what's the word? Embraced in Chinese culture. They have an understanding about the therapeutic properties of stones. And I remember one of my grandmasters wore a stone belt. So it wasn't a solid stone belt, but it had like lozenge shape stones all the way around. I'm not sure, was it tourmaline? I have a feeling it might have been tourmaline, but you could get these belts quite, they were all over the place, and people wear jade a lot, of course. Jade is a very popular, thought to be a therapeutic stone as well as good luck. It's also thought to help with your immune system. And ladies used to wear a jade solid bangle. Like I'm wearing a copper bangle, they would have worn a jade bangle. Instead of a wedding ring, ladies wore a jade bangle. And it was given as a gift, but it was so tight, they had to put it on with like with oil and stuff, so it just wouldn't come off. So once they put on this jade bangle, that was it for life. And the mother-in-law used to keep an eye on the color of the jade. So if the lady wearing the jade bangle was in good health, it would get slowly but surely darker in color. It would get green. Whereas if she was in poor health, it would become pale. And that was a way that they could keep an eye on the health of the of the wife, the wife of their son. So yeah, it's fascinating that it has a lot of historical precedent, but also it's still used today for therapeutic means. Also, jade was used, and carnelian also were used to keep things cool. So when they buried the emperor, they would mummify the emperor, wrap him in bandages, and then he would have a jade armor. So millions of these little tiles of jade or carnelian sort of sewn together to make like a, what do you call that? Like a mesh, an armor mesh. And we did see it actually in Beijing. But I'm not sure, was it a replica or was it an actual, like a mummy that was absolutely covered in this stone um, mosaic, if you like. to keep the body cool. This was the idea that they were to keep the body cool to stop it from degenerating. They also would make a lake of mercury around the emperor in state, when he was buried. So very interesting. They were really, really keen on their minerals. Okay, so I've given you a chance to rest. Let's do the Immortals one more time. And this time, if you feel up to it, we'll do our down, down, up, jump, kick. Okay, are we ready? Yeah, lengthening up and relaxing down. And we begin. Right, step left, block left, turn right, block right, feed it back. I'm going to come closer. Okay, ready? And we step through center, step, turn, push the hands out, and down. Ready for our jump? Down, down, lift, kick, and step. How quickly it goes. Well done. And close left. Good. Have a wee heel tap. Do you feel like you're working? I do. Okay, are there any questions about any of that? Or comments? No? Okay, you're all happy. All right, well, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the mineral uh, obsession within Chinese culture. I mentioned that the emperor was buried in a sort of underground cavern. I'm not sure which emperor it was, because I'm useless at history, names and dates and all that kind of thing. But at one stage, this emperor was buried under a kind of pyramid, actually. It was weird. It was very similar to um, Egyptian burials in a way. But they had this lake of mercury around him and sort of tributary um, sort of pipes. And they had a real obsession with mercury. So it shows how ancient wisdom often got it spot on and sometimes got it terribly wrong. So at that stage, Mercury was just, they were in awe of it. They thought, wow, it's metal, but it's also fluid and it's really shiny and and it attracts gold, it clings to gold, it has all these properties. So they mistakenly thought that it was a kind of elixir of life and mixed it in the medicine for the emperor and courtiers. So, if you were high up, you got the mercury within your what they called earth ball medicine. So they would make medicine with earth and various herbs, but they also mixed in mercury. And so actually the very thing that they thought was helping the emperor live forever actually probably killed him and probably made him lose his hair and mercury's really bad for you. It makes you go mad, just like the Mad Hatter issue. Hatters used mercury to smooth down the the felt on the hats that they made, and so they tended to go a bit off. Hence the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. So the emperor in China at one stage was going through something similar because his doctors thought that mercury would make you live forever. So it killed him, but then they surrounded him in a lake of mercury because it was just such an amazing substance. They thought it was magical. So there you go. Okay, one more time. Yeah? Okay, here we go. Right. We lengthen up and relax down. Ready? And block right, step to the side left. Block left, turn to the left. Block right, feed the weight back. And good. Well done. Yeah, I'm always amazed how fast it goes. It's this time warp thing. Yeah, I remember performing in ballet. You would spend ages preparing, practicing, and then you get your costume on and you go on stage and you go, and next thing you know, yeah, next thing you know, it'll be over. And you're like, what happened? I don't even remember performing. Just whoop, and it was gone. Okay, so let us, unless there's any questions or comments on the Immortals, we'll go on to the Phoenix. So anything, any part that you're looking at? No, we're all happy. All right, let's go on now then to the Phoenix form. And what we might do is practice it on both sides. So follow my lead. I may link the two together. I may not. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. So let's give it a go. So we'll do it on both sides. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's lengthen up. And excuse me, I'm actually warming up finally. So glare less. Yeah, lengthening up, relaxing down, calming down, finding all 10 fingers, and begin. Let's just close. We close right. And if you need to reposition, do that. And we'll go again on the other side. Yep, ready? Heels together, toes slightly apart. We lengthen up and relax down. Ready? And And we close left. Very well done. Excellent. I'm going to pause the recording for a second. Excellent. Well done. Let's do it again. I think we've just about time to do it on both sides. We'll see. We'll do it on one side. I'll check the time. I'll take it from there. Okay. This time it's all about self-expression, relaxing, and enjoying yourself. Honestly, I think every time you do Tai Chi, you should aim for that you're enjoying yourself, you're relaxing, you're just getting in the groove. However, it is good to get the nitty-gritty, the details as best as you can. At least focus on that at some stage. But always your last practice should be a performance. If not for anyone else, then for yourself. Because when we perform, we expand our energy. And that's what it's all about, helping our energy to flow, helping to bring us to our greatest good. Okay, let's go. Ready? Relaxing down. And we're just going to leave it there, folks. I don't believe in rushing. So relax to center, point to the floor, and we close right on the first side. Well done, and a heel tap. Okay. Now you may think, you're right, love. Yeah. You may think that this business talking about the emperor, whichever emperor it was, having this obsession with immortality and getting his doctors to whip him up potions to help him become immortal, you might think, well, what has that got to do with Tai Chi? Well, quite a lot, actually. The Chinese traditionally were obsessed with immortality. So look at the form that we did before the Phoenix. It's called Immortals Crossing the Sea. So there was this concept of Taoist immortals. Though I think this idea, it went from a state of mind and looking after your being as well as you can, so that you live a good long time. But the state of mind sort of allowed you, even after your body died, it allowed you to understand that your essence continued on. And that at some stage got confused with actually being able to physically live forever. So actually we call Tai Chi alchemy. It's a kind of alchemy. Think of the fountain of youth or the fountain of life. We consider it to be a way of changing what's going on internally so that we have immortality. But we're not looking to live forever. What we're wanting to do is to create the perfect environment for our life force to flow, so that we are as healthy as we can be for as long as we can be. And if we are in that state of flow, then our essence is happy and content and not quashed by fear of death and illness. So, yeah, so immortality is a big thing in Chinese culture, the idea. And it does sort of trickle in, the idea trickles into our Tai Chi practice. But of course, we're not trying to physically live forever, but to be as well as we can be for as long as we can be and be in a good state of flow. Notice Tai Chi brings you into a state of balance and flow. So, yeah, so one little film I'd quite like you to have a watch at if you enjoy action movies. Oh, Daisy. Sorry about that. Right. Yeah, is the Mummy. I think I'm not sure, is it the Mummy 4 or the Mummy 5, where it is actually based on China. And it is talking about this emperor that was so obsessed with becoming immortal. So yeah, have a look for that film. It's quite a good film. It's decent. It has good special effects, but it is actually based around the truth, just like the original one in Egypt was based around this concept that they had of immortality, and they mummified um, their emperors and so on in the pursuit of immortality. So they did something very, very similar in China, and it was something that we all kind of I certainly felt, okay, there's a similarity to Egypt here with this concept, especially the emperor wanting to live forever. But now we can all get the benefits of Tai Chi that actually works. There's no mercury required. We can use our physical actions and our state of mind to bring us into good health, balance, and flow. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let's finish with 100 ailments go away. So we flop the wrists and bounce. You see, even that name, 100 ailments go away, it's all geared towards being at our best health. I suppose they figured that the ultimate best of health would be never to die. But that's just part of nature. Good. We relax down and breathe. Feeling into your body, please. Listening into your body. And let's gather up the hands, cover center, hug your elbows gently in. And we redirect the awareness back to the center of the body. This helps to restock our energy levels and helps us find balance. Breathe and feel into your belly and feel your energy is stronger. Beautiful. Well done, folks. I'm delighted with your progress. I think you're doing really well. Sorry about the upset cat. I'm going to see if I can help her today, make her more comfortable. Thank you very much, and see you next time.